Hello! So, it's been a minute since I've uploaded a video. I wasn't planning on recording a video or uploading one today, whatsoever. I look like absolute shit. I haven't showered. I'm wearing no makeup. The usual on this channel as of lately. I know my last video was kind of a mess, and I apologize for that. I just need to talk because someone asked me, actually, I think almost a year ago, 2 years ago, to make a video talking about working with an anxiety disorder or working with anxiety. And I always said I was gonna make the video, and I always try to, and then I put it off, and I put it off, and I put it off, and I put it off. So here we are. But this is a video, I don't really know how to title it or really where to begin with anything. So as you can see in my last video, I've been having a lot of issues lately. My anxiety has been incredibly high. Right now I am trying not to get myself worked up as it is, because my dad just left me to go get my mom, and I'm here alone with my dog, who's sitting right here on my bed with me, keeping me company. But I'm feeling really anxious, as per usual. My separation anxiety has been kind of bad, as well as my just anxiety in general. And I've been having severely bad breathing problems. When I say like severe, like really bad, I was in the ER 2 weeks ago because I thought I was gonna stop breathing. I was having an asthma attack. It was really bad, and they said I have hyperthyroidism, which I've known that I have hyperthyroidism. I've just never gotten it treated, because when I went 4 years ago to an endocrinologist, the lady told me I was gonna die, so I got so terrified, and I just was like, well, never going back there. She was this Russian lady, and she was quite rude to me, and I didn't like her, so definitely scared me. Now I'm on thyroid medication, and I'm taking beta blockers on top of all my other medication, so I've been just kind of getting used to things, experiencing side effects, just shitty things, shitty time. So to give like a little bit of a backstory, for like this past week, I had a friend from France come and visit me again. My friend Lily was in Florida for 9 days. She stayed with me. We didn't do a whole lot. Not gonna lie, a lot of it was just kind of sitting around and bullshitting. We didn't really go to that many places or do that many things. Also, I wasn't feeling up to it most of the time because of my health and my mental illness. So, just a mixture of everything. Well, right before she came, every night I was having these breathing problems. I mean, fuck, that's why I ended up in the fucking hospital, you know? And it gets so bad to where my chest feels like it's on fire. I stay up all night not being able to breathe. I have to take my inhaler, and then my nebulizer, and then I have a vaporizer on, and then I'm trying everything just to make myself breathe. And nothing seems to work, which is also very irritating. So last Monday, I was having really bad asthma issues, and I was at work. I've been having asthma attacks at work like it's nobody's fucking business. I don't know what happened. I had several asthma attacks at work. My job forced me to my manager forced me to get under the packing table, which is a very small space. And I had to use chlorinated cleaner without a mask. It's like, I know this is against OSHA rules, like OSHA state policy. Fucked up my asthma really bad. And I was having an asthma attack for the rest of my fucking work shift. Like, I'm not kidding. It was terrible. I was texting my dad, freaking out, saying that I'm gonna die. I need him to come get me. I need to go to the emergency room. So he was able to get me into the doctor the next day. And that night, I was up all night, asthma problems. So I called out of work the next day because I was like, you know what? I'm going to the doctor today. We're gonna get things fucking sorted, my dude. We're gonna get shit fixed. And my work, mind you, I work at a fucking downgraded, like, grocery store. Like, I work at Save-A-Lot. It's not like this high-end corporation where they fucking, like, can't survive without me. I mean, I know they can't survive without me, but shit. Like, I called out, and I had a doctor's note, and I brought my hospital notes in. Like, I had everything, okay? So they can't fire me, although they've threatened to fire me, but they can't. Legally, they can't. Like, I mean, they can, but I could just sue them, and then my parents want me to draw unemployment, which I'm not going to do it. I've been getting shit on for the past week for calling out, and then my doctor gave me a note to have a couple days off. Okay. And what about it? So, my coworker right then, as I'm sitting here trying to distract myself from having separation anxiety and panicking, I took half an anxiety pill right then. It didn't go down the right way, so my throat's like burning. And I just feel like shit. My coworker texts me and started shit with me about how I fucked him over last week because he had to do the truck all by himself because my manager didn't call anyone in to like cover my shift, I guess. Which, that's not my fault. It's not my fault. My pop socket just broke off, but I don't care. Like, that, how dare you blame me for having a fucking actual health issue? And because my friend was here, everyone was accusing me, oh, well, you just want to hang out with your friend. And it was so frustrating because trying to tell people otherwise, you know, you just can't get through to them. She went to the doctor with me. She was gonna go to the hospital with me. Like, yeah, I have a friend here. Big fucking whoop-de-doo. Like, I can still be sick and have a friend here. I can still not do any, like, we didn't do anything that day except go to the doctor. And I laid in bed because I was having issues. So, the audacity that these people fucking have. Almost all of my coworkers that know me or like work with me on a regular basis almost have messaged me bitching me out. My management has all fucking bitched me out, including my manager. It's just really pissing me off. Like, it was my day off. And my manager was spam calling me. You can't I don't need to answer to you. And like kind of threatening me, like, you have an hour to answer my phone calls. Fuck you, no I don't. So, I work tomorrow, and I'm anxious as fuck to go in. I am so fucking anxious to go in. Ooh, man. And then Thursday, I work Thursday. I forgot to take off. I have a psychiatrist appointment on Thursday at like 10:30 in the morning, I think. And I work 7 to like 2 or 3. So I'm fucked. And I have to get my meds. Otherwise I'll be out. And joy! So I'm at the point where I just want to quit. I know when I made the video talking about how I quit Publix, I had some people commenting saying that I sound like some I can't talk. Some sort of crybaby liberal millennial who just doesn't want to work. And that's not the case at all. I love working. I mean, honestly, it gives me something, a reason to get out of the house, something to fucking do. And I really have a good work ethic. Like, if you get me working, I'm a very hard worker. And I don't mind working whatsoever. Like, I actually like working. It's not that. It's just the fucking abuse. Someone with mental illness, like the shit that I have and I go through on a daily basis, I shouldn't have to deal with the abuse that I get at my job. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, but like, for example, about a month or two ago, I think it was 2 months ago now, one of my coworkers had a fucking seizure. If you know me at all, which none of you probably do, seizures are one of my biggest triggers. Doesn't matter. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why. But it's one of my big triggers. And I saw one in person for like the first time in my life. It was terrifying. I've only ever heard it been explained to me. So being in that situation, watching like a coworker friend go through it was really hard on me. And I was on break at the time. It was really difficult for me to even go back to work. And all my coworkers were making fun of me and mocking me, telling me to get the fuck over it. And I said, well, it's a trigger for me. Like, I was crying. I was hyperventilating. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. Like, after the ambulance came and took him away, that's when I panicked. Because I'm like, obviously, I'm not going to, like, steal, like, the focus just because I have an anxiety disorder. I managed to keep myself kind of calm until the situation was averted. Then I panicked. And my coworkers were like, we don't give a fuck about your triggers. You're such a baby. Just get over it. And they were yelling at me. And oh my god, I screamed at all of them. I was like, you're all so fucking rude. I mean, these are people my age and younger, and some that are a little bit older than me, but we're all in our 20s. And I work with a bunch of boys. And I say boys because they're not men, because they're all really fucking immature. And it's very frustrating because I'm one of the only female workers at my entire store. So I think they think of me as some sort of vulnerable little bitch, to put it lightly. And I'm not. I won't take people's shit, and I will stick up for myself because I'm a hard worker and I know what the fuck I'm doing. And these people harassing me, like right now, one of my coworkers that's harassing me and giving me shit for something that happened a week ago. Like, he texts me and he goes, you know, management wants to know you work tomorrow, so I'm just making sure. And I'm like, yes, I know I work tomorrow. I saw the schedule. I'm not stupid. Just because I called out because I was sick last week with something severe doesn't mean I'm not just ever going to show up to, like, I'm not going to show up to work again. You're stupid. And I was like, well, who exactly is asking? And he was, he said my manager and my assistant, or my shift lead, I think. He goes, but I wanted to know too. And I'm like, why? He's like, well, you fucked me over last week. And trying to guilt me for something that was out of my control and not even my fault. So, I really just want to quit. I get so anxious when I think about going to my job. I was not this anxious about going into Publix ever. Like, Publix was so different. Like, if I didn't go into work, sure, I might have one coworker that'd be like, yeah, you little bitch, you called out. Sure. But for the most part, it was like, oh, okay, hope you feel better. And they had no problem finding someone. I work at a smaller store. And I haven't called out since August, okay? Just to put things into fucking perspective for you. And mind you, when I called out in August, I had pneumonia. I had walking pneumonia. That's why I was calling out. From July through September, I had walking fucking pneumonia. And I went to work for the majority of it. And then I went to the doctor finally after a month of having it, not knowing I had it. And then she's like, oh, you're very sick. Gave me antibiotics, gave me 2 days off of work. I was not better in 2 days. And so I had to call my workplace, gave them a 24-hour, notice, and I was like, hey, I'm still sick. I still have pneumonia. They're like, well, your doctor's note says you can come back to work, so you have to come back to work. And I'm like, well, I'm not coming back to work. I'm very sick. I'm running a fever. I can't work. Like, I can't work. I'm sick. What do you not fucking get? And they tried firing me over that. Because I called out like 2 or 3 times within a couple week period. But I had fucking pneumonia. And then when they tried to fire me and I fought back against them, they were like, well, how do we know? They didn't even believe that I had pneumonia, even though I had hospital and doctor's notes. My workplace doesn't count doctor's notes when it's me, for whatever reason. Because I asked him to take the points off for all the days that I missed that I had the doctor's note. I understand that, yeah, I called out on days I didn't have a doctor's note covered, but they should still know. I mean, I am not saying that it's excused, but they should still know that I had pneumonia and that I wasn't faking it. The fact that they even said I was faking it is beyond me. And my manager literally said word for word to me last August, if you know you're going to be sick, you need to let us know a week in advance. How the hell was I supposed to know I was going to have fucking walking pneumonia? Like, I went to the doctor and that's what she told me, and then I had to be out. Like, you don't know, you can't predict when you're going to be sick. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. So anyways, yeah, I'm really anxious and I can't do this anymore. And the thing that's frustrating is that, like, over the summer, or last year, over the course of like 2 months, I applied at over 30 places. I walked into some of them. They told me they would hire me. They never did. Like, it was just, everything was very open-ended, and I never got another job. Because I've been looking for another job for over half a year now, for almost a year now. And I guess the only thing I can do is just keep looking, because I don't want to be jobless. I don't want to, like, quit and then not have a job. But honestly, I don't know how much longer I can take working here because it stresses me. I'm having chest pains now after just reading those couple of texts from my coworker, and then the acknowledgement of, oh fuck, I have to go into work tomorrow and face everyone and get ridiculed all day. For my whole fucking 8-hour shift, I'm gonna get ridiculed. And I'm just not ready for it. I'm really, really, really not ready for it, and I don't think I can do it, and I'm just about to have a fucking breakdown. So, there's that. I'm sorry that I only make videos, like, ranty like this. If you guys have any, like, work experiences that are shitty like this, especially people with, you know, mental illness, like, let me know, and let me know what you did, because honestly, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm just lost. I'm so lost, and I feel so alone, and I just know if I continue working there, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, I'm gonna end up getting fired for going off on everyone, because I've already gone off like a couple of times on some people impulsively, but for the most part, I kind of just managed. But like, it's ridiculous, and I can't do it. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry for this long video. I'll stop recording now. I think my parents are home now, so. Separation anxiety gone. Just anxiety in general is just still really fucking high. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry my uploads have not been consistent. Like I said, my friend was here for like the past 10 days. And I've been just dealing with a lot of asthma issues and a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff like that. So I'm sorry. I've just not been doing very well overall. But I hope you're all doing well. And I love you all lots. And I will see you soon. Hopefully. Goodbye.